accelerations and forces is Newton's slide is Sir Isaac Newton. Scalar quantities and vector quantities. Vectors, velocities, accelerations and forces. In order to understand the discoveries of Newton, we must have an understanding of three basic quantities, which are velocity, acceleration and force. In this section, we define the first two, and in the next we shall introduce forces. These three quantities have a common feature. They are what mathematicians call vectors. Examples of scalars and vectors. Now, I would like to divert your attention towards to discuss about the examples of scalar quantities. Let us illustrate by first citing some examples of quantities that are scalars. The number of gallons of gasoline in the fuel tank of your car is an example of quantity that can be specified by a single number. It makes no sense to talk about direction associated with the amount of gasoline in a tank. Such quantities, which can be specified by giving a single number in appropriate units, are called scalars. Other examples of scalar quantities include the temperature, your weight, or the population of country. There are scalars because they are completely defined by a single number with appropriate units. Examples of vector quantities. However, consider a velocity. If we say that a car is going 70 kilometers per hour, we have not completely specified its motion because we have not specified the direction that it is going. Vectors are quantities that require not only magnitude but direction to specify them completely. Thus, velocity is an example of a vector quantity. A vector generally requires more than one number of specified. In this example, we could give the magnitude of the velocity, 70 kilometers per hour, a compass heading to the specified direction, say 30 degrees from Earth, and the number of giving the vertical angle with respect to the Earth's surface, 0 degrees expecting chase scenes from action movies. The adjacent figure shows a typical coordinate system for specifying a vector in terms of length and two angles, theta and phi.